Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. As the death toll in the Surfside condo disaster rose sharply, officials announced the end of the rescue effort and the beginning of the recovery. Searchers, clergy, and others at the site yesterday marked the solemn transition with a moment of silence and prayer. After Haiti's president was gunned down in his home and his wife seriously injured, police say officers engaged in a gun battle that left at least 4 mercenaries dead. 2 are in custody. The attack has prompted more uncertainty in the unstable and impoverished Caribbean nation. The McDonald County Sheriff's Office says they've arrested this man in connection with a series of burglaries north of Southwest City, Missouri. He is 31-year-old Earl Schreiber from Grove, Oklahoma. Authorities say he was arrested after a chase that ended near Knoll, Missouri. The Sheriff's Office says at about the same time as his arrest, Delaware County Sheriff's officers conducted a search at his home where they recovered stolen property from Missouri. Schreiber is charged with second-degree burglary. A new Missouri law provides protection for businesses, healthcare providers, and religious organizations from COVID-19 related lawsuits. The new law says someone who files a lawsuit against the newly protected group must prove that that organization, quote, engaged in recklessness or willful misconduct that resulted in a COVID-19 exposure. Governor Parson signed the legislation on Wednesday. In a tweet, Parson said, quote, "This legislation helps protect those who helped protect us during some of the hardest days of the pandemic." That's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.
Nice warm Thursday start. Temperatures ranging from the mid 60s, where we see Iola at 64, all the way up to the low 70s. Got Anderson checking in right now at 73 degrees, and we still got a while to go before we even get to sunrise. Give you an idea of where we're going to be in the next 48 hours as far as temperatures go. Skywatch storm tracker clear as can be. Hardly any rain falling throughout the entire Midwest right now. Of course, we do know where the rain is, and that would be on the mid-Atlantic, where Tropical Storm Elsa is currently in South Carolina, making its way up toward North Carolina. You've got about 60 million people in the midst of flood warnings and watches along the coast because it still is maintaining that tropical storm force. Highs today around 87, feeling about like 91, 92. That's an indicator that the Gulf moisture is beginning to work its way in, and it's going to be here to stay. Now, overnight, managed to stay in the 70s as well. You'll notice, though, from Future Track, all the rain, so there it is. It comes in from the south, all that precipitation. It stays down to the south, not only for today, but also tomorrow. We're just going to be hot and dry here for the next 2 days. But when I say dry, I mean void of any rain. I do not mean void of any precipitation, because tomorrow, going to be the hottest day of the week, talk about 92, and that's going to feel about like 96 or 97. Saturday into Sunday, another hot one on Saturday. Thunderstorm activity. Got a chance for some localized flooding Saturday afternoon all the way into Sunday morning with a cold front that sweeps in, takes us down into the low to mid 80s there for Sunday and Monday. Be back with more KOAM Morning News right after this.